Welcome to Speed Scene Live TV, the only show dedicated to the sportsman racer. Brought to you by Curry Rear Ends, Hedman Hustler Headers, M&H Tires, and TheFoat.com. With your hosts, Diana-mite, Bruce Barker, and Scott Lucky Hudson. And here we go. I would be one of those three. I'm Bruce Barker. Glad you're here for the show. Lucky is on assignment tonight, but he'll be calling in as well. And Diana-mite out as well. However, it's a packed house anyway. Hello, Hot Rod Bob Beck.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Man, good to see you. Look at this. Donnie Couch is here in the studio as well.
Hey, we fired up the margarita machine. We're primed and ready. Yep. And we've got Dara-mite tonight, replacing Diana-mite.
There is Dar Hawthorne.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, man. Hey, let's get some stuff started. Let's get the party started, as they say downtown. And for one thing, I want to find out, Dar, you're the man with the facts and figures tonight. Who are we going to be talking to? It's like half of racing is calling into the show tonight, man.
Well, we got, first up was Ron Capps is going to call in and let us know how it was watching it rain over the last weekend at the U.S. Nationals. And they're all coming back next weekend to do it all again, including the Traxxas shootout for funny cars.
Yeah.
And then Blake Bowser is going to give us a call about the Saturday Night Nitro show that's coming up this coming weekend at Auto Club Famoso Raceway.
Man.
He's going to give away some tickets, and we got some T-shirts and other things. And then James Day is going to call in. He's the guy who won the most recent Saturday Night Nitro in July, driving the Peddler, driving Gary Turner's car.
Wow.
And then Dennis Lashardi is going to call in from the Back in Black funny car.
Careful there, Dar. The family show.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's a code word.
Yeah.
Jeff Aren's going to call in, and he'll be driving at the California Hot Rod Reunion. He'll be driving Dale Poldy's War Eagle funny car.
And that's only in the first 5 minutes.
And then John Hale's going to call in from the road on the way to Martin, Michigan to run the Drag Racing Online AAFC Challenge.
Wow, so in other words, there's only two racers on the entire planet who won't be calling in tonight. And by the way, I want to mention Scotty Richardson going to be our special guest on the phone. Scotty's going to call in tonight and talk about his new deal. And Lucky will be on the phone with Scotty as well. Also to let you know, Atco Raceway, September 15th, is coming up in just, less than 2 weeks now. The 10-5 race is going to give out $10,500 to the winner.
If nobody wins, they're going to split it amongst us three, right?
Right, yeah.
Is that part of our residual check for tonight?
Only if it rains out there.
Yeah.
Well, we're not at Indy, so I don't think we have to worry about the rain. But they're going to be going back this weekend. Try it again down there at Indy.
We even got rained out at Irwindale last week.
That was a weird rain squall that came through.
In the middle of summer?
In the middle of summer. Yeah, we got rained out. It was just pouring like mad.
Oh, that's not any good.
For 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes? They called the race?
They called the race. No, it was going for a while, at least 6. And
well, that was pretty weird because I had some cars sitting at home, and in typical Bruce, I had 2 or 3 cars sitting at home out back with tarps on that I'd purchased at the start of the summer. So we all know what the condition of the tarps were at the end of the summer.
Yeah.
And, that was a lot of rain, at least right here where the studio is located.
Well, I hit the rain going down to the track from the Rose Bowl area, for those people familiar with Southern California, to Irwindale's about 10, 15 miles. That whole stretch was just raining like mad.
That's amazing. A lot of water coming down, baby. Hey, we got a special guest on the line
I just saw a
already.
note there.
That's right.
There's Ron Capps.
Look at that.
That's right. Hey, let's bring Ron Capps on the line. Ron, welcome to Speed Scene Live. Look
Are you
at
there?
Hey, Ron.
Yes, sir.
We're here. Are you there?
Yeah,
All right.
sounds like
we got
a
a
party
good
in that
connection.
studio.
We're having
Yeah,
a party.
it
Hey, Ron, Donnie Couch here. Just
Oh,
talk
my
to
God.
our... You're in
they
trouble
gave you a
tonight,
radio
buddy.
show?
You're in trouble tonight, okay?
We do have him handcuffed to the seats.
I did call Ron Tobler, try to dig up some dirt on you, but he was reluctant to give any information out, being you guys are the points leader, and he doesn't want to jinx anything going on with you two. You guys have teamed up and came from 300 points behind, and are now the leader at the... in the funny car class there, so we applaud you for that. But he did say that he did have a good time at Brainerd. You took him out to the zoo, and he said it was like hanging with a rock star out there.
Well, it's funny because when we were about a week out from going to Brainerd, and I got these, I tweeted the pictures, but I got these pictures sent to me of my name and the car at Brainerd Raceway.
Nice.
And then I'm like, man, I told my wife, I said, man, I've hit it big. Now I know what Snake and all those guys feel like to really make it big. I'm on a restroom at a racetrack.
Well,
not written on the stall inside, like painted on the outside. You know what I mean?
Not like it used to be.
Not like it used to be.
I saw your name and number on the restroom up there at Famosa, and I think Jeff Gaynor put that up there. I'm not sure, but you might want to talk to him about that.
No, Jeff can't ride. He just draws pictures.
I can't believe that you wreck his car, put the poor guy out of business, and then you move on. But seriously,
I had
Ron,
some of the funnest times I've ever had with Jeff Gaynor. He's
I know,
awesome.
and it's always a pleasure to see at the nostalgia races at Bakersfield or wherever we see. I think you recently drove Worsham's car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last few years actually, and we're going to be at the reunion. Either he'll be driving or I'll be driving, but either way I'll be there. And then I'm driving his car at the March meet again for sure. So yeah, it's gotten to be a lot of fun.
Why do
trying
you
to
like
talk
doing
Coletta
this?
guys into building Connie's old car, the fastback Mustang car. And if we can talk Oberhofer and Jono and Jimmo and Connie and all those guys, we know if we get Connie out to the March meet, he'll have such a good time.
You talk about a drink hard party there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey, so you guys are going to share driving duties in the nostalgia car. What are you going to have, like a cage match? See who gets to get in the seat?
No, it's funny, Del. You know, he likes putting me in the seat. He has a good time being the crew chief guy. We had a blast from the get-go, and then he had a great time at Cordova. And if I'm in the points hunt, which hopefully I am, and maybe hopefully leading points in our countdown when the reunion happens, I'll show up and I'll do the clutch for him. He'll drive, and we'll have a good time, and I'll stay out of trouble.
What a good crew guy there. Well, you know, Ron, we know you got rained out last week at the big go out there. And what do you do during the week? I mean, you get all amped up for the U.S. Nationals. You're the points leader. You get rained out. What do you do during the rest of the week? I mean, it's such a letdown. How do you get built back up for it?
Yeah, we actually flew back this morning. It's my wife's birthday on Thursday, so I surprised her, and we got a place here in Carlsbad. What's funny, it's like 10 miles from my house, but it's on the beach. It seems like we're on the resort. But we had a couple friends meet us. In fact, we're sitting there waiting for the girls to get ready now and go out to walk downtown to Carlsbad and go out and have a good time. And I'm at home all week. I've got a bunch of interviews to do and things like that. I fly back Friday morning and get the game face on and get ready to get it on. We're going to have the tracks shootout on Saturday. So, we front half our car, actually. So all the guys are working on front half of our car. Tobler's such a big picture guy that he wants to make sure we don't have to get to, Vegas and worry about being over that certain number of runs before he thinks the car should have a front half put back on it. So guys are hard at work right now.
Well, he's a longtime friend of mine, very meticulous, very methodical, probably one of the best out there, and he's proven that with the job he's done with many of the different cars, especially now. Like I said, you guys came from 300 points behind and then got together and now leading the points, and that's a feather in his cap, feather in your cap for bringing that whole thing together. And Ron, I got to ask you, does Don Schumacher, does he have any concerns when you go out and play and drive these nostalgia cars?
No, no. He did when Beckman flipped the car up there in Sacramento. I got a phone call.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah. But, I've done some, we've had Gaynor's car. We didn't have a wheelie bar on it, and it did that wheel stand and came down and broke the front end, and I was along for the ride, and it actually knocked me out when I went across and hit the wall. But what was funny is I learned, I just told this story to somebody else the other day. When I was in Roger Prim's car, Steve Gibbs signed my license off, and I didn't make a great run. It's not like I made a great ET run. It was actually Bakersfield, and you were probably there. But he signed it off because the car went out there, rattled, and it shook and rattled the manifold loose, and the RPM went up and was stuck kind of high, and it could have been really ugly, and I shut the car off the way I should have shut it off. Everything in order that they teach you, like the old days when they had the blindfold test. Yeah. They don't do anymore. Well, and he came over and signed my license right off. He said, "You did everything right. Here's your license." Well, and I thought that was pretty cool. And what happened in Gaynor's car is it went up, broke the front end when it came down, and the first thing I did, without even thinking, was I reached over and I hit the fuel shutoff. And had I not done that, because the front end was broken, I had no steering, and I just kind of hung on. It went across into the other lane and went along the wall, and when it hit the wall, it knocked me out. Had I not shut the fuel off, it would have been like Johnny West. I would have been off the end of the track at, who knows what speed, into the field, and it would have been really ugly. But that just goes back to what I learned when I was coming up. And so he, once in a while he'll say, hey, we kind of have an unwritten thing where once the countdown starts, if I'm in the hunt, I don't jump in anything. Early in the year, he's cool with it. I'll go dirt racing, do Tony Stewart's Prelude, do the nostalgia racing, and he knows that I'm pretty much not going to get in over my head and do anything stupid.
Now, on the Worsham's car now, too, the new one, you're driving with a pedal clutch now. What's the difference with that? It's like an alcohol deal. You're bringing the RPMs up, you're dumping the clutch out. What's that different feeling from what you used to driving just a regular glide car?
I told Dell this the first time we rolled up there because he'd been wanting to do this forever, and it is, when we did it the first time, and not that it is the hardest thing, but I told him, I said, Dell, this is probably the hardest thing I've ever done as a race car driver because, I wanted to do it perfect. I wanted to get the RPM right. We didn't have a tack in it. I wanted to do everything right. And I remember Ace and all these old school crew chiefs coming up and going, nah, man, we ran those things back in the day, and that was cool. And, and I remember the first time I staged the thing, having everybody come around and tell me people behind the car ran for cover. They didn't know what the hell was going on. Like when I brought their RPMs up to $4,000, it's different. You bring a nitro car up to $4,000, people scatter the first time they hear it. It just doesn't sound right, you know what I mean? So it was one of the hardest things I've ever done and we had too much air gap in it the first time, so I had to bring the RPM up. And this is an alcohol car. This is a nitro car, so it's not smooth when you bring it up. And it was the strangest thing I've ever done in my life. To bring that thing up there and then have to pull the clutch pedal out and find that spot where it rolled me through the beams and not move the RPM, it truly, Donnie, was one of the hardest things I've ever done. I've driven a bunch of different cars, but that was so much fun the first time. And to go out there and shift, I think it ran a 70-something the first time we ran it out there. And I was out there. You accomplished so much,
It was pretty impressive to watch for the first time. And hats off to Chad Head, who was a new driver, a new nostalgia driver, and he picked up on that clutch deal pretty good. He ended up going to the finals at the March meet, and I got to sit in the tower and watch him every run. Did a good job bringing the RPMs up. He got better each run and did get to the finals, was runner-up, but later on was crowned, the champion. Kind of bittersweet because he didn't get to stand in the winner's circle, but, also doing a great job.
He's done a great job, man. And
I know you're doing some coaching over there, too, buddy. So.
Yeah, trying to help him. We just found out that the cross shaft wasn't as stiff as Dell's car was, so actually he's been doing an even better job than we thought. So we're going to stiffen that thing up. And, for him to jump in as a new driver, let me tell you, anybody listening, and the guys that are listening, they're drivers, that just run a clutch in these things, a glide, it is crazy to run a pedal clutch. It's so much going on. But at the end of the day, when you run good with it, you just feel like you work so much harder almost, to be where you're at. So it's almost like you feel like it's a handicap a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's pretty impressive. When we hope to see you out here at the Hot Rod reunion.
Yep.
I know we got Blake Bowser on the phone. He's probably calling in wanting you to pay for that guardrail, that chunk you took out with Gainer's car.
No,
so
I'm sure he
I don't know.
It off
Should I forward your email, or how do you want to pay for that? Cash or check? Or
he's got the paid roller too. So
if you're not paid up, it might be extra entry fee when you get to the racetrack. So, but Ron,
I'll pay it. I don't care.
We'll let you go. We appreciate you calling in, and also good luck at Indy. You're the current points leader, and we want to see you come out the points leader at the end of the day and holding that Wally.
That sounds good, man. I'll see you at the reunion, right?
Yep, we'll be up there, be up in the tower, so you better be nice to me, otherwise I might say some bad things about you.
All right.
No mind about it.
Okay, Ron, thanks for calling in.
You got it.
Take care.
Wow, that guy's truly a champion, and take time out to call in to us. It's quite an honor.
Yeah, and he does a heck of a job driving, like you said, bringing it up into 300 points behind to be up on top.
Look who we got up next. Blake Bowser.
Who?
Is he going to pitch his book from shoes to riches?
Shoes, yeah.
Or is he promoting the race?
I don't know. It might be that tractor he's got.
Okay, well, let's get him on the
that
phone.
Song he wants a girl to ride on the tractor.
Let's get him on the phone and see if he's...
Blake. Come on, Blake.
Yeah.
Blake, are you out there?
I'm here.
Hey, Blake Bowser.
Sorry to wake you up.
Yeah, I've been on hold. Who are you guys talking to just now?
Some guy you don't know. He's a new up-and-coming racer.
The guy that took your guardrail out.
That's good. Yeah.
Ron Cap said he might pay for that guardrail he took out. We told him, he'd have to pay for it before he came into the Hot Rod reunion. But we're not here to talk about the Hot Rod reunion.
The guardrail did just fine. It's Gainer's car that took
put him out of business.
He was just along for the ride.
Put him out of business.
This might be the most times that Gainer's been mentioned, other than being on the show.
Yeah.
It's true.
You guys remember the old song, "I Fought the Law and the Law Won"? Years ago, we installed the concrete walls. Every car that hits those things, we joke. We say, I fought the wall and the wall won. The wall has won every battle that it's been given. So,
well, Gainer was going to sue you for your wall tearing up his car. But, we shouldn't talk about that on the air, but
well, we just put his name on the wall in that section.
Well, luckily they both come back and they're both smiling when they come to the gates, and Jeff's been there with cars since, and Ron's been there racing, and I know he's going to be planning on coming back again. So that's good news for all of us.
Yeah, it's always good, but we understand we got a funny car race coming up here, so I heard there's a pretty big car count up there. I've heard 18 cars floating around on the boards here. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm thinking 15 to 20. My father and I actually got to go to Boise this year to the night fires and visit with the new family and visit some racers, and that's our chance to get away. And everybody asks us, "What are you guys doing here?" Well, this is our chance to come visit all the racers, because we can't do it during the March meet or the reunion. We're so busy. So.
Well, yeah, your dad's busy. And what do you do up there?
Where, at the track?
Yeah.
Whatever.
We see your dad doing rescue,
broom,
staging cars, the broom.
He brings us lunch.
Dryer.
He brings us lunch in his fire suit. Yeah.
And we see you. Darby.
I figured this out. My dad's the smartest one of the whole bunch. He gets in a fire truck and goes to the second or third turnout and hangs out down there all day, and I'm up there dealing with everything going on.
Turns the air conditioner on and
schedule changes and all that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, Saturday night we got this big race, Saturday Night Nitro, and you've also got a couple of free tickets that you want to hand out. Now, of course, anybody that's going to win these tickets, and they're going to have to go up and get them at Famoso.
Yeah, we'll
make sure
leave them at will call. So come on up. It should be a great show. It's all the feedback we're getting on these shows. It's like 1970 all over again. And I was a pretty young kid back in the 70s, but I've always wanted to do something like this. We're fortunate we get the fans in March, we get the fans in October for the nostalgia races, and we kind of lose them in between. So this is our chance to kind of keep that connection with the fans and keep nitromethane at the track all summer, which I'm all for. So tickets. How you guys want to give them away? You can handle that if you want.
We'll have people call in here and have Bruce take some notes, and it'll be the first four people call in. Get a free ticket to Saturday Night Nitro on September 8th.
You're going to work me, aren't you? Yeah, Bruce is going to be on the phone.
That's why you're an engineer.
Oh, okay. Is that what it is?
What's that phone number? Because I could use a couple tickets.
You want to call
I'm tired of paying double for them when I get up to the gate.
Phone there,
Okay, it's 800. By the way, if you're calling the studio here to win them, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, we'll just write them down, and then we'll put them on a will call list at the track.
Okay, you're seeing it now. 800-809-0802. That's 800-809-0802.
Now, Blake, also, I got a call from Mark Lee as we were coming in tonight that Jeff Utterback will be driving the War Eagle.
Yeah, actually, you and I spoke earlier today, and I actually called Jeff and got a hold of him, and he said he already talked to Dale Poldy about driving the car, so that's all been finalized, which is great. It means the War Eagle will be back on the property, which is exciting. And I understand Rand's going to try and drive it at the reunion, so that's good news for all of us again.
I'm glad to see the War Eagle come back up to Famoso.
Oh yeah,
we were sad that Dale got that fever, and couldn't make it to a few races up there. But we're excited the car's coming.
Yeah, the car's been coming. James Day drove it, I believe, at the March meet. Is that right? Yeah, he did, I think. And no, Jeff drove it. I'm confused which race it was, but I know Jeff drove the reunion. I think it was last year. James drove it this year at the March meet. So it's the car's been doing real well. Actually, ever since Jeff or Rand's been in the car, I think they got some things sorted out. And it's, I think a different, not nothing against Dale, just got another little feedback on the car. And between Dale and Jeff and James, they've got a bunch of feedback on that car, and it's starting to haul pretty good now.
Well, and that should be a hell of a turnout for an 8-car Chicago-style show. Can you give us an idea what the format's going to be?
Yeah. It's we've changed it just a bit. Still, 8 o'clock will be the all-run format. Every car makes a pass. We'll pair them up, make side-by-side qualifying runs. We will qualify the quickest 8 cars. The number 1 qualifier will get $500 for being low qualifier. We'll bring back the quick 8 around 10 o'clock and run those quick 8 off, which obviously is 4 pairs. The quickest winner of those 4 pairs is going to be declared the winner. We're not going to bring back, we were doing a final after that, bringing back the quickest 2 winners and doing a final that's averaged about 1:15, 1:30 in the morning, and that's kind of silly. There's about 4 guys in the stands. And where they're still paying all the bills. So
that's past Dar's bedtime, and by then he's out of Jags hats.
Yeah,
so it's time to go home by then.
So yeah,
it's time for you.
I'll have a fresh crate of Jags hats to throw out, and then also you've got Hot Wheels for the kids.
We have free Hot Wheels for the first 1,000 kids. Gates will actually open at noon Saturday, so we're running West Coast Hot Rod Door Slammers all day, all night, along with the Nostalgia 20 cars. So it's a full day and a full night of racing, that's for sure.
Then we've also got an A-Fuel shootout and a couple of Top Fuel dragsters that are supposed to show up, as well as some fuel altered. So it should be a hell of a
nice mix. Yeah, probably, for sure, counting everything, which you just mentioned, are over 20 cars on the property burning nitromethane, which is not a bad way to spend a Saturday night.
And the tickets, $20?
$20. You actually come out Friday and get a combo ticket. We have an open Friday night test and tune that runs from 8 to midnight. That's part of our regular street legal series presented by Auto Club. But we also allow it's open testing basically for Saturday night as well. So we'll have a handful of cars make some hits Friday night, and you can buy a combo ticket for $25.
Wow.
Camp out there Friday night and Saturday night for $30 for the whole weekend. So
nice. Now if we can get you and Alan Miller off the golf putting green. We probably put on a show,
actually. Yeah,
tomorrow. Yeah. Okay.
Alan's en route. Went to Canada for the weekend. He went up there to work the Super Chevy show and Fun Ford. And he's actually talked to him earlier today. He's on his way home, and we're going to be at the race running the whole thing. Yeah, looking forward to it.
All right, great. Well, we will see. I will see you on Friday noontime.
That sounds good, guys. Thanks so much.
Okay, Blake. Right, thank you for calling in.
Okay,
by the way, I should point out that we had a couple of ticket winners already. Thanks to Thomas for calling in, and as well, a caller from New Zealand who's calling in for a friend from Bakersfield. So this is going to work out perfectly.
I was going to say it's going to be a long trip.
Yeah,
a freebie.
Get $40 for the tickets and $2,000 for the airplane.
Hey, it's a deal.
It's
a deal.
Some kind of bargain. Yeah, good job.
But the tickets are
call,
free.
buddy. Good call. Good
hey,
call.
Up next we got James Day calling in.
Yeah, right.
He's the winner of the July Saturday Night Nitro show at Bakersfield. And James,
what's happening, guys?
How are you, man?
We're doing great. Just we're on set here at Gary Turner Racing, and John Wirtz and Gary Turner and the guys are getting the Peddler ready to fly come Saturday night.
Well, cool. James, you've been doing a good job in that car. You won the last race. It's nice to see you land a quality ride. Gary Turner got the top equipment out there. He's been a proven winner out there time after time, no matter who's been there. I know you've struggled, drove a lot of cars, drove any car just to get in a good seat, and it's good to see you in that car.
Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Gary and the guys are doing a fantastic job, and Gary's got all top-notch equipment, and what a super team, man. We're having a blast, and the car it hauls butt.
Yeah, that thing's been a consistent winner. Gary loves working on that thing, whittling, making parts. So I was there for a while. It was a pleasure working with him, and I know you got John Wirtz over there now. And there's been some turnovers, but the car always runs good. It's top-rate equipment, and like I said, it's good to see you in that car, and you've already got some good results for that team.
Yeah, and it's nice to be able to drive one car consistently instead of bouncing around, and all the levers are in the same place finally, and makes it a hell of a lot easier on me, I'll tell you that.
Well, thanks a lot for calling in, James. We'll see you this weekend. And
all right, guys, it's going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight this weekend, that's for sure.
It's always good to go in winning 2 of these races for a year, and then come back next year for the March meet.
We are ready to go, man.
Thanks a lot for calling in.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck out there.
Thanks.
Take care, James.
And we've got Dennis Lashardy's calling in with the Back in Black GTO.
Yeah. Back in Black. Be careful, Dar. It's a family show.
Yeah.
One slip of the tongue,
you make families.
It's like the mafia.
Dennis, you there?
Yes, I am, sir.
How are you, man?
I'm doing excellent.
Now, how things change. Now you've got a new crew chief over there that's doing some new things on your car.
Yeah, I'm very excited. It's taken us about 3 or 4 races because when Corey came into our family here, we had to just revamp the whole system. And, you know, when you build a whole new motor and a new fuel system, you have to start all over again. So it's taken us a few races, but we just keep going and going and going. And I'll tell you, we're at the point right now where we just have not been hurting anything. And I'm not used to that. You know, I'm used to changing 3 or 4 every run. And towards the end of last year, I mean, we were unloading blocks out of the trailer, and it was just getting ridiculous. So I'm really happy because we're finally starting to make some progress with this new tune-up and not hurting anything.
Hey, Scotty. Hey, good.
Well, good to hear. I mean, this is a big change. I remember, I think I took a shot of you, the March meet, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and you were you had 3 blocks on the ground, and you were pounding pistons out of them on Sunday morning.
Yep.
And
breaking out construction tools to start pounding parts out. Yep.
Well, Dennis, if you don't want to have trouble with those things, don't pull the coil wire off of them. You know.
Yeah.
That's when it gets into some real issues. But hey, you got a good crew chief over there. He made a lot of power and won a lot of races for Gary Turner. He's turning your deal around now. We wish you a lot of luck. And are you guys going to be testing out there on Friday?
No, we're going to come up and make a pass on Saturday afternoon, and we're ready to go racing. You know, we've got enough data now to where we can lay down some numbers for everybody, and we're just really excited. You know, it's just it's an honor to have Corey helping us, and it's just a big change because I'm not used to operating this way, and I'm just really excited. I've been doing this class now for about 8 years, and I don't think I've ever seen as little damage as what we're making right now, and we just need to get all the pieces of the puzzle put back together, which is just missing a couple, and this weekend should be it. So I'm pretty excited about this weekend, actually.
Well, it'll be a nice tune-up, too, for the Hot Rod reunion. You come back there on the same track, and I know you get a lot of good support from your mom and dad. We enjoy coming over there and talking to them, and it sounds like you're getting all the pieces of the puzzle put in over there, and we wish you luck up there this weekend and at the Hot Rod reunion, and we'll come by and see you.
Thanks, you guys.
Thanks a lot for calling in, Dennis.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Dennis Lashardi, the Back in Black, man. That's one of the prettiest cars out there,
Yep.
huh, Dar?
It is.
Black
and it's
GTO.
actually made out of, they actually made the mold out of a 69 GTO. They built that car themselves.
Out of silly putty.
Yeah. It's a GTO Judge.
The silly putty.
Yeah, they silly putty the deal.
And then the little
It was
thing
a long night.
Yeah. The
You know,
thing maker where you squeeze
After that,
it
he
down.
switched to decaf.
And they're really
Is that what it
stacking
was?
up
Yeah.
here now. We got Jeff Arend now in the staging
Oh,
lanes.
yeah.
Oh, what line's Jeff on? Line 1. Hey,
Line 1.
Jeff,
Jeff.
welcome to the show, Jeff.
Jeff, thanks
Hey,
for
how are
calling.
you?
Hey, Jeff, Donnie Couch, congratulations on your last win there.
Oh, thanks a lot. DHL Toyota's been running really good lately, so
Well-
looking forward to Indy until our rain came in.
Yeah, now you got to sit and wait. But watching you win that with Scott's kids there, it was pretty emotional at my house. Getting a big guy like me to cry and choke up like that, it was.
What?
If we would have had the Kleenex concession at the races, I'm sure we could have made some money, huh, Jeff?
Yeah, definitely. It was a great time. I mean, Corey and Colin, I've got to know them pretty well over the last couple of years, and they've come a long way. And Corey's actually was working on the car during the summer when he wasn't in school, and he was having a great time. And like I said, to have both of them there when we won, I mean, Connie was so happy. I think with some tears in his eyes too.
Well, it had to be. That was an emotional moment. It was great to see that car in the winner's circle, and to still have Scott's name on it, and the kids there, and that little Colin, boy, that's little Scotty, ain't he? Mini-me?
Oh, God, I swear Scott has got like a marionette puppet handles on that kid.
Yep.
Because some of the stuff he says, you just go, oh, my God. And he's around the same age as my daughter. I'm like, Jenna, don't hang around with Colin too much.
Uh-oh, look on.
So you're going to be, obviously you're going to be at Indy this weekend for the rain date, but you're going to come out to the Hot Rod reunion.
Yeah, definitely. I drove Dale's car last year at the March meet, and I had a ride. I'd never driven one before, and he wanted me to drive it, and then I was trying to get out of it, and just because, like, it's one of those deals. No matter what happens, if you drive it good, they go, well, the guy's a freaking pro driver. He should be able to drive it good. And if you don't drive it good, or you have a little accident like somebody else did, then they're like, geez, that guy can't even drive a nostalgia car,
Yeah.
So, but in the end, it worked out really well, and the timing was good because the car just ran great when I drove it. So it was a lot of fun.
Well, Kegley and them, that whole group has turned that performance around on that car, and they've had some sweet victories, and they're always a threat when they pull the line. It's great to, have you come out when you get free time, like Ron Capps and Chad Head. And it's great seeing everybody out there. So we appreciate it when you show up.
Oh, no problem. Like I said, it kind of reminds you why you got into drag racing, because it's more like the old school stuff. There's no lounge and chefs cooking for you. I mean, you got, like, especially Dale has got a chaparral and like a '79 Chevy Dually or something. And I mean, it's a big cooler full of Coors Light and a barbecue. What else would you want?
That's all you need, and no ropes.
That's right.
No banners. Well, unless you're Cruz Petragon, then you got to shield yourself from the people.
Well, I'm not going to say anything about that. But, and it's got some nitro
I knew
in it.
you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Wait till I tell Overhofer you weaked out on us.
Oh yeah, Jimmy just loves Cruz. I know that.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Cruz is. We came out there with the Paisano tribute car, and we helped him out there, and he did a great job, and was great for the fans, and great for the nostalgia racing when everybody comes out like you guys do.
Oh, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, that's kind of why I got into it. I remember all those cars running. I'm a little older than I look, and it's when they look like real cars and they sound amazing, and they're a lot of fun. Really a lot of fun to drive. I mean, people go, is it like really slow compared to your car? And it definitely is slower, but there's more of a challenge there. Like Dale's old school guys got a shifter between your legs, so you actually got to take your hand off the wheel and shift the thing. And then when they're going through the eyes, they're like 9,500, so they're screaming. There's no side windows in them. There's not much downforce, so really cool to drive.
Having fun and not too far from home. Jeff, we really wish you good luck this weekend at the U.S. Nationals. That car's running good. It'd be really great to bring another win to the Coletta family. And we're looking forward to seeing it at the Hot Rod reunion.
And bring Connie with you.
Yeah, bring Connie.
Yeah, definitely bring him up.
We got to get him to go there because he would have a good time. I'll tell you a little story real quick. Last week at the shop before Indy, they wanted to start the car up and try some different headers on it or something that Connie had come up with. So he actually sat in it, and he was hitting the throttle and doing all kinds of stuff, and they had pictures of it, and he had the biggest smile on his face. So that's awesome. I go, you going to be driving it again there, boss? Going to have the weekend off? But he wasn't quite ready for that, but you never know what could happen.
Very good.
Well, thanks for calling in, Jeff, and we'll look forward to seeing you out this way soon. And once again, good luck at the U.S. Nationals this coming weekend.
Thanks, Donnie, and thanks for having me on.
Okay.
Hey, Jeff, give Denny Althouse a hard time. Teach him how to drive, would you?
I can do that, no problem. I'll be seeing him tonight. We have a little drink hard racing gathering like every Wednesday night with the boys, and have some cigars and some Coors Lights, so it's fun.
Yeah, well, explain to him so he can keep those pistons inside the motor.
Yeah, I kind of saw a picture from was it the last race of his connecting rod lying on the ground. I don't think that's usually a good thing, is it?
No, yeah, and his dad's been walking around with it in his pocket, too.
That I don't doubt.
Thanks a lot for calling in, Jeff.
All right, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
All right, so let's see. John Hale's on the line. By the way, I know Scotty Richardson is listening on line 2, and as well Lucky Hudson, of course, host of the Speed Scene Live show, waiting on line 4. What do you think? Shall we go to John real quick?
Let's get John.
Get her done.
He's on the road.
All right, let's see. Let's go to John, line 3. Hey, John, welcome to Speed Scene Live.
Hey, guys. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, thanks for calling in. I know you're on the road to Martin, Michigan to run in the Drag Racing Online AAFC Challenge.
Yeah, I am. I'm in the lovely Pilot Truck Stop parking lot in Little Rock, Arkansas right now.
I've been there.
Hey, John, you're really running that hot rod. You're having a good time, and you're keeping my buddy Guy Tipton pretty busy over there. You're not going to wear him out, are you?
Our guide's doing great, man. He does a great job. He's driving with me to Martin, and we're looking forward to turning our luck around in Martin and forgetting about not qualifying in Cordova.
Well, everybody takes their lumps now and then, but all in all, your car's come out and have been a top-performing car, won some good races, and, it's hats off to you. I know you put a lot of money in this deal, and every time I turn on the websites or anything, you're at a different place or different state every week racing, and I know you're keeping Guy busy, but it's a pleasure to see that operation roll into any track.
we put our heart and soul in every race, and we try to represent, the sport well for the fans. And if we come out on top, that's even a plus. But just being there and running our car hard and having fun is what it.
Well, you got a top-notch crew there with Guy, and I know Skippy's doing the clutch over there, and it's a great team concept over there, and you guys are having fun, and I don't see that too much these days, but you guys are serious on the track but have fun afterwards, and that's a real pleasure to watch.
We have a lot of fun, but right now it's really getting serious. We're battling the innings with Jason Rupert, and that looks like it's going to come down to the wire at the Hot Rod reunion. It could happen either way. We've come out on top. We've come from behind and won the championship. So that's not going to be decided until the Hot Rod reunion.
Well, that makes it exciting, coming right down to the wire. It's not a gimme in any of these races that are taking place every weekend. But you got the power, horsepower, and the good parts, and a good team. So. Jason's got a tough team over there, too. They've run strong for the last couple of years. So it's good to see a good battle, though, John.
Yeah, the fans have got to love it, too. At the end of the day, Jason and I are friends. Our crew are all friends. And, if he wins, I'm going to bring him a beer over there and congratulate him, and we're going to have a party. If I win, he's going to do the same thing for me, and it's just a good-natured, old-fashioned rivalry that I hope that the fans enjoy.
Well, I'll be up in the tower. Will you bring me a beer?
I certainly will.
Okay, John. Well, listen, good luck at Martin, Michigan. We're looking forward to seeing you at the reunion. And it's going to be a great battle right down to the wire. And we appreciate you calling into the show.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks a lot, John.
Drive safe.
Thanks.
All right, so we got a commercial break coming up in about 10 minutes, but I think it's about time we got on the legendary Scotty Richardson. He's been waiting on the line for something like 10 minutes right now, and as well, Lucky Hudson's on the line. Let's light up all of these things and get people on. Hey, Lucky. Hey, Scotty. Welcome to Speed Scene Live.
Hey, Bruce, it's good to be here. It's great to be here. Scotty, thanks so much for calling in and talking about your deal. I got to mention, John mentioned the Pilot Truck Stop in Little Rock, Arkansas. I think I filled up my truck there about 11 o'clock this morning.
How about that?
You're right behind him.
Yeah, well, he's going to be in for a world of hurt because there's some bad construction on that I-40. Hey, Bruce mentioned earlier about the Atco Raceway and the 10.5 class. The winner's going to get $10,500. Atco's become the new capital of outlaw 10.5 racing, and they got some great sponsors like J&E Automotive is the main sponsor, and they're kind of setting a new trend. They're setting a trend of people that are saying drag racing's not doing that good. We got to do something to help drag racing. What can we do to help? And we've got here on the other line Scotty Richardson, a gentleman who is ready to take drag racing and just take it out to a new era and just start it with the sportsman racer in mind. Scotty, welcome to the show. Tell us a little bit about what you've got going on and what you're launching today.
I've been working on trying to do a special thing for drag racing in general, more or less to make the foundation, the concrete foundation of the drag racing solid again, because we've actually forgot all the little guys as just like me. And what we've been doing is trying to figure out how to bring money into the sport and make it really solid where all the racetracks can do good. The racers can race more and save money, and we can go back to having fun and enjoying.
That sounds good.
It's kind of funny. I've been working on it for 2 years, and I've really done a drag racing school, putting races on, and what I've been trying to do is not big money races, just races where you can go out and have fun and you don't break their bank. And the local racetracks are really struggling, so my generation, it seems like, is one of the last generations. We don't have a lot of new racers coming in they don't really they don't know very much about the sport, and what we're wanting to do is kind of educate them a little bit, show them that they can go out in their mom and dad's car and have fun and be safe, because we really need every racetrack to stay open, because you know as well as I do, when they closed the Fontana track for a little bit, they had a couple accidents and lost a couple young people's lives, and what we need to do is keep them legal at the racetrack, let them have fun.
Well, tell us a little bit about your new deal, and I love the name Gearheads.
Well, Gearheads was started a while back ago. It's not just for racers. Racers are the most important thing to me at my heart, but in reality what it is Gearheads is anybody that does any kind of sport, boating. What we aim to do is bring money from outside the sport into the sport and spread it out to the racetrack owners and actually to the racers. And that'll keep it to where we can go out and have a little bit of fun. You know, 1 or 2 big races a year, that don't keep the sport solid. We need racing every weekend. We need more people coming in, and it's funny. I've got some sponsors from Texas Roadhouse to Subways to jewelry stores, and what I'm doing is any company that's owned, any kind of company is welcome to join our deal. It's free. All they have to do is gonna, you know, they're gonna offer our members some kind of discount up to 35%. And what we're gonna end up doing is being a one-stop shop card. And the beauty of it is, just like today, I had a fella call and he was talking about buying a trailer towed for his trailer, and in reality, he saved 10%, which is on a $2,700 item, and he spent $20, and in one purchase, he saved over $200 on the one purchase. And we're not turning any company down. We want you to have this card, so when you go in anywhere, you get some kind of discount that pays for itself.
Well, now, what's the website that people can go to get more information?
They can go to gearheadsbygrassroots.com. You can join us on Facebook, or you can go to our website and learn about it. It's been a long process, and it's not going to be an overnight build. But a lot of racers aren't enjoying themselves anymore, and it's got really expensive. And what we've decided to do is try to join companies, racers, and racetrack owners together and form a solid foundation and start building this process all over again.
But now you're not just about people buying and people saving money. You also have plans to put together a series that racers can go racing at, and it's not going to cost them a lot of money, and they can have a good time.
Yes, that's really what I want to do. I mean, here lately what I've done is some races. We're going to have some races in 2013, but what I want to do is I'm wanting to show everybody that I'm not just about putting on a big race and making a lot of money in one race and then walking off and waiting until the following year to do another deal. I want to make everything solid. And the only way we have to have companies, and we have to have racetracks that open, and we have to have a lot of racers that can afford to race. There's less than 50 racers in the whole country that actually break even. So really, in reality, we don't all just race for the money. What we do is we race because we have it in our heart. I heard Jeff Wren say back in the old days when he started, that's what we all started for. Is we had a desire to go down the racetrack and go fast. And it's turned into where the car counts are down, and we got to get them back up.
So your deal will help the racetracks get them some money. It'll help the racers save money. It'll take companies, because a lot of companies are out there, they're hurting too because they're not selling as many parts. They need more customers. This is a way to get more customers. Sure, they'll give them a discount, but they'll get more people and new people walking in the door that they didn't have before.
Yeah, that's why we've decided to do any kind of advertisement for racetracks or companies that want to join in. We do their advertisement for free. We don't charge them nothing. All we want them to do is get on board with us, and when somebody is a member, they've got a discount because they're purchasing and supporting the companies that are on board. and it's a win-win for everybody.
Now, I've got the website I wrote down was gearheads.net with a little line in between gearheads, gear-heads.net.
You can get to it a couple different ways. You can get to it that way, or you can get to it by gearheads by grassroots.com. Our main thing is everybody can just go there, and we want barber shops, we want florists, any kind of store that needs business. We want them to join us. There's no anybody. We have no preference. We want everybody to be able to join, because we want you to, whenever you go to do something in your everyday life, we want to somehow save you money down the road, and we want you to know that it's coming back towards the racing.
Now, by doing that, aren't you also getting all these other businesses, the florist, the barber shop, all these other people, aren't you getting them kind of interested in drag racing again?
Yeah, I tell you what. Well, you know what racing is? Racing is like a lot of things in your life. If you get a glimpse of it, normally you're hooked. And that's what's happening right now. We're not having a lot of new people coming in and looking, because it's just like first time I seen my wife here. I had to see her again. It's no different. Racing is in your blood, and like me, I actually won a race the other day, and it was only 11 cars out of 16, a shootout. But I tell you, I didn't make any money, but I had the joy of racing again, and I'm actually excited for the future of racing, even though the economy's down. This is when everybody needs to join together and make it strong again.
Well, I like that. Hopefully you're going to bring in new people. And it's just like you said. I was at Bowling Green one year, and there was an announcer, and Diana-Mite was doing an interview with this old-time announcer, and he was talking about how he was at the drag strip back when they were using flag starters and all that stuff. And he said, drag racing is kind of like sex. Once you do it once, you kind of want to do it again.
Well, I was going to say that, but I'll let you say it first. That's a 100% true statement. But you know what's funny is I raced for a long time for the glory, and no matter what, I've come back to my roots. When I started racing, I raced in a station wagon, and back in the early '80s, and I miss that. The camaraderie is. I miss a lot of that, and I went to a racetrack the other day. A racer had bought it, and he had a total of 25 cars, and I took some pictures of it, and I thought, these are the racetracks that we don't need to let close. These guys they're paying 100% of the entries that come in, and they're just taking some of the buyback money just to where they can stay afloat. And it was at Bluegrass Raceway in Owensville, Kentucky. And, I was thinking to myself, I don't understand why people wouldn't want to come, because it's fun. It's not real expensive. But then, they go to some of the big money races where only 3 or 4 guys leave with money anyway, and they spend their whole month's rent. And they don't get as much fun as I did last weekend when I was at Bluegrass. That's, we just got to get back down to the basics. And we forgot where we come from. And me being one a long time ago, we forgot where we come from. We need to join together.
Well, Scotty, those are big words. You've got what? How many NHRA championships?
I got 5 back in the Flintstone days, but I tell you, I've had a lot of fun doing the schools the last couple of years. I'm gonna get a little back into it just because I'm gonna shut some of my critics up, and I'm gonna show them that I can race again. But I'm really gonna show them that we can keep racing floating in the bad times. That's where I feel like I'm going to win the most.
That sounds great. Sportsman drag racing needs somebody to help it out right now. And, Scotty, I think you might be that guy. I think you just might be that little spark. And once you start talking and once you get other racers involved, all these other racers like myself, we're all going to just keep adding to the fire, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger. So, hey, I want all the racers out there to visit Gearheads, go to the Grassroots Drag Racing website, and take a look at what Scotty's doing, and why not become part of it? Scotty, what's it going to cost them to join?
It's $19.95 a year. And the funniest thing about it, there's incentives into where you bring friends in and you get paid. So in reality, we're going to be sponsoring the guys that really believe in the system.
Well, I'm sending my check in first thing tomorrow, and I'm going to be one of your members. And, hey, I hope everybody gets involved. You make one purchase, like you're mentioning the trailer toad, and you're going to get more than your $19.99 back. So, Scotty, thanks for telling us about it. We're going to bring you on here, time after time and let people know more about what's going on. But I think we better turn the show back over to Dar and Donnie. And, I know Bruce is getting ready to go to a break pretty soon, too.
Okay, I appreciate you guys having me. And don't worry, Lucky, I'll get your money on Friday when I see you in Gatlinburg.
That sounds good. You give me that membership card, okay?
Okay, no problem. I look forward to seeing you. And everybody, I hope we all stick together, and we'll be fine.
Thanks, Scotty. Hey, Bruce,
hey, Lucky?
Bruce?
Lucky, you can call into the show anytime, man. It's nice having you on.
Well, really, you guys are doing a great job hosting there. I'm over on the folk.com talking to people on the crew updates, and everybody wants to know what kind of cigar you're holding there.
It's, I don't know, Cohiba or something. But we had the police here because of the margarita machine. Bruce made us turn it off. Something about noise restrictions and stuff.
Yeah.
But
it'd be okay if we put up a sound wall.
Yeah, sound wall.
I want you guys to know that I'm showing my support. I've got my margarita going, but since I'm in an RV, I'm using a red Solo cup.
There you go.
Okay.
I'm going to write a song about that, red Solo
you
cup.
Should.
Yeah, it kind of
should.
rhymes.
Yeah. Hey, Lucky.
I'm going to let you guys get back to the show, but if anybody is in the Tennessee area, come on out to Pigeon Forge this weekend. I'm going to be in the Curry booth at the Shades of the Past Car Show. Come on out and see me, and then next weekend, I'm going to be up at National Trails Raceway for the Jegs Drag Slammer, Mike Fugoy Motorsports. So come on out and see
Sounds
me.
like we need to come back next week, Donnie.
Yeah, maybe so. The takeover Tuesdays.
Yeah.
A lot of fun here, folks. You know what I'm saying?
And I want to make sure people are saying hi as we're passing in the night here on the phones. Jerry Cumry's on line one. We've got a special in-studio guest as well. So, Lucky, you got anything to say to Jerry?
You're done.
Yeah.
I'm gone. You guys take it over.
Okay. And
Thanks,
we'll
man.
talk to you next week, Lucky.
See you, Lucky.
All right. Whew, what a night, huh? Yeah, and look at that. There's Donnie Couch, Dar Hawthorne's on. And now, waiting online is Jerry, and I want to make sure we give him some airtime here,
Absolutely.
just in case.
Let's get Jerry on here. Jerry's going to be involved in the Saturday Night Nitro show that's coming up this weekend on September 8th. He's putting on an A-Fuel shootout, and this was his idea. And let's hear what he's got to say. Jerry, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, and first of all, thank you guys. Dar, thank you very much for all your assistance, and definitely want to thank the Bowsers at the track for allowing us to do that. And yeah, we are going to bring up 4 A-Fuel dragsters, and for those who aren't familiar, A-Fuel is basically a throwback to the old Pro Comp days where you've got a mixture of blown alcohol and injected nitro cars, and that's exactly what we're doing. Is we've got 2 injected nitro cars with the Denko family, and we've got Doc Bates, which is probably the baddest A-Fuel car on the planet right now, and then myself with a blown alcohol car driving Dennis Murphy's dragster, and we've also got Frank McBee, who is driving Tom Archibald's blown alcohol dragster. So we're going to kind of pair them up and have a little injected nitro blown alcohol shootout and see who's the last man standing.
Well, that sounds good. I mean, this is going to be a packed show there. It's almost as packed as we got here tonight.
Well, it sounds like, and that was part of it. I mean, really, A-Fuel is kind of been swaying a little bit, and it's back on the rise again, and we're hoping that shows like what we're doing Saturday night and being part of it can help create some new interest and maybe get some new racers to come out. We've heard of a couple new racers that we're going to see over the next, maybe towards the end of this year and early next year, and trying to whet their appetite with, maybe having some events, and hopefully we can impress the track itself and the fans enough where they'll invite us back and we can be part of it again in 2013 and give some of the A-Fuel guys more incentive beyond just the Heritage Series, which, is wonderful, but trying to trying to, have some other options for racers to be able to have their cars out more than 3, 4, 5 times a year, and and doing some of that. And so that's really what our goal is to try and help promote our own class, and by tagging into an existing event like what you guys are doing, and getting such a good turnout, and going back to the old days. I was a kid born in the late 60s, and so I remember the old one-day shows at Lions and some of those other great places. And for me personally, to be part of something like that is to me probably one of the biggest parts is just getting to go out and do a Saturday night race at a track that has some history and be part of what could be a really good show. So again, we want to thank the track for having us.
Well, thanks a lot for calling in. It's we'll see you on Friday or Saturday. I'm going to be up there around noon on Friday, so I'll be looking for you. And again, thanks for putting this together. I appreciate you getting the guys out to put on a little different show.
No, thank you again, and no, we're looking forward to putting on a good show, some side-by-side mid 6-second runs, and just going out and having some fun. So thanks.
Thanks a lot for calling in.
All right, guys.
Bye-bye.
Hey, quick question. What do you think now? We got to get one spot break out of the way, mainly because we have one of our brand new sponsors, of course, waiting for a little bit of airtime, Hedman Hustler Headers. Thank you as well, by the way, to Curry Racing, Rear Ends, M&H Tires. And I want to make sure that we have at least one time to play because we're running out of time. Of course, Dar and Donnie and Bob waiting in the wings here as well, and a special in-studio guest coming up. But I want to make sure we get something on for the upcoming race. So, what do you think about that? A little quick break, and we'll be right back. Yep. We'll introduce our guest, and we'll get on with it. All right, stand by. It's Speed Scene Live, and we'll be right back.
Hi, this is Crazy Connie, and when I'm not doing wheelies, I'm watching Speed Scene Live.
Whether you have a hot rod that needs more hustle or a muscle car that needs more muscle, if it's more power you want, Hedman has it. Since 1954, Hedman headers have worked harder, fit better, and lasted longer than the new guys on the block. In fact, Hedman headers are so tough, they're guaranteed for life. So log on to Hedman.com tonight, because if it's more power you want, Hedman has it.
Saturday night, September 8th, there's only one place you should be! Header flames and nitro fumes are going to fill the sky as Budweiser presents Saturday Night Nitro at Auto Club Famoso Raceway in Bakersfield. Nostalgia funny cars, alters, top fuel tractors, and jet cars will light up the night sky as they thunder down the concrete quarter mile. The first 1,000 kids 12 and under get a free Hot Wheel. Come and feel the sensation and smell the nitro. Saturday, September 8th, Saturday Night Nitro presented by Budweiser. Tickets and info at AutoClubFamosoRaceway.com and check the website about our Nitro Las Vegas contest. Be there!
For over half a century, Curry rear-end components have been twisting out the torque and taking the punishment. And the new Curry lineup is stronger than ever. Some of the world's most capable, hardest-working vehicles depend on Curry gears, which is why you can too. Street cars, hot rods and resto rods, drag cars, rock-crawling four-wheel drive vehicles, whatever you're piloting, Curry expertise and rock-solid design means the parts will do their job, so you can do yours. Check out Curry's custom rear ends, featuring a full line of upgrades, components, and installation options. The Curry Crate rear ends lineup offers ultra-strong construction on third members and carrier assemblies. And other underside parts, like correct link steering systems, keep your four-wheeler pointed where you want it. Add in a wide variety of solid, purpose-built suspension and brake components, and you've got one tough, ready-to-go machine. Grab a hold of a Curry rear end. Talk to the experts at 714-367-2679 or view the complete line online at curryenterprises.com. Welcome back to Speed Scene Live TV with your hosts, Diana-mite, Bruce Barker, Scott Lucky Hudson, The Off-Road Report with Bryant Layton, and The Great American Auto Scene with Bob Beck.
Wow, time being what it is, I don't know how much of that, what was actually just announced, we're going to actually see and get into. I don't know, it's just one of those nights. Thanks for joining us for Speed Scene Live. I'm Bruce Barker. Bob Beck is here. Of course, The Great American Auto Scene. Bryant Layton off tonight. Lucky and Diana-mite both on the road, doing their special reports and on location and, on assignment, all that kind of thing. In studio as well, there's Donnie Couch, and there is Dar Hawthorne.
Yeah.
All right, hey, we got a guest in studio.
We got a guest. It's Les Mayhew. He's he puts together videos, particularly on nostalgia racing and particularly on funny cars, mainly because he loves it. And he's been doing some really exceptional video making work that you might have seen under the Nitro America sign in YouTube.
Is that a lot of what we've been seeing tonight?
Yes.
Oh man, this is excellent stuff, Les.
Thank you.
Wow.
He's doing it real differently too, and he's doing it with small cameras, and it's testimony that you don't have to do it the way that ESPN is doing it, or some of the other, it's like what. How are you getting these images, and what's your?
That's what the a lot of Diamond P videos, endless hours of them from a young age. Main event video and NFL films, I would say, is the main influences.
And it's amazing because he goes out there and works 2 or 3 cameras and has occasionally has somebody helping him, but sets GoPros down on the track and come back and harvest them later. And
harvest them.
Hey, Les, I got to ask a question. Dar didn't have you on the show and promise you this airtime so you'd film his kid's wedding now, did he? I mean, this isn't some kind of bribe deal, is it, Dar? Where he's got
I don't know of any of my children that are getting married. So
okay, because I don't know if your son's going to have a GoPro on his wedding gown. Or
we'll make it look good.
On his top hat.
Hey, by the way, I want to make sure that we hear a little bit. Is this okay with Dar and Les and Donnie? A little bit of the start audio to this video piece.
Please do.
It's something. I want to find out what this is. Here, take a listen to this as we watch the video as well. It obviously came from vinyl, for one thing.
This particular Saturday night, the sun is gone, the cars have come out to run under the lights.
An old video.
Wow.
This is what the millions of fans at drag strips across the country come to see.
Checks out.
Noise and tire smoke, and the fire from the engine exhaust. That's what the crowd loves.
Wow.
That might have been Jack Webb.
Oh, just the facts, man. Just the facts. Wow, that is something. Where did that come from, Les?
So everybody can guess. It would be from a video of a duo that I believe they're currently making a movie about. If that's not, super obvious. If you don't know, then ask someone.
I was kind of wondering.
Then go to Nitro America on YouTube and download. He's probably got 20, maybe 30 videos on there that are all very different and a different way of looking at drag racing. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to have him on tonight.
So the ones this year.
So you parked some GoPros right on the track. Have you ever lost one?
No. I've had a Pro Mod guy with his exhaust pointed directly out nail it a couple times just with the exhaust. I actually got a pretty cool shot from it. But no, they hold up pretty good. I mean, they've survived jet cars this year, inches away from the tire and the exhaust on these cars.
We were using some replay
XDs, Bakersfield,
at the March meet, and when they were running jet cars, my son went over and sat one down on the ground.
Yeah,
and as they took off, the camera went the other way.
How about that? And you know what?
Awesome.
Since a lot of people, a lot of drivers now, a lot of teams are installing these small cameras in their cars. Which do you guys prefer better, the Replay XD or the GoPro?
I would say for mounting them on the car, my honest opinion, the Replays are probably better. They seem to hold up against vibration a little bit better, where the GoPro will distort. As far as just taking a picture, though, the GoPro I would go with. You know, as far as sitting it on the wall, I would still go with the GoPro if I had a choice between the two.
Yeah. I know what you mean, though, because vibration causes the GoPro picture. It distorts sideways. It does diagonal stuff to vertical lines and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, it's actually like old photography. If you watch my Bakersfield March Meet video, the Nitro Mix 2, there's a couple shots of cars. I put a camera at the track level about 400 feet down, and you can see as the cars are reaching probably about 180 miles an hour right there, they are leaning.
Yeah.
Like those old pictures of Indy 500 kind of.
Yeah, the old, Barney Oldfield and some of the really early cars. I know what you're saying.
Stuff.
Yeah. Hey, look, I don't want to steal all the airtime.
Well,
I want to make sure.
I wanted to get Les in here. I wanted people to really be exposed to what he's been doing, and he's really showing drag racing in a different way. And hopefully, ESPN will learn something from him.
Indeed.
No, we don't want him to learn anything from me.
Leave nostalgia racing alone, please.
Gee, what would you be saying?
Donnie's got something he's got to talk about here too.
Donnie, what you got?
Hey, I want to give a shout out to a really good organization, ANRA. Butch Hedrick. This is a Butchie. It's most sought after. This is from Tony Weimer, the NE1 trophy. My buddy Ozzie Franchev drove to Riverside to steal it, but it's kind of a mock on the Wally, but they're having a race right before the Hot Rod Reunion on October 12th through the 14th. It's a great family racing atmosphere. And have a lot of fun out there. Butch takes care of everybody there at Bakersfield Pomosa.
So that's a Butchie.
That's a Butchie. It kind of looks like Dave Despain. So I got to talk to Butch when I get up there because it is.
Brothers
Dave
from
Despain,
Mother
they don't
Another.
confuse the show or something. Might get a lawsuit or something. But hey, great racing. If you're in town, go catch some of that racing with Butch and the crew up there at ANRA. ANRA.com. You can get a hold of them.
And I got a quickie here too. Legends of Nitro dropped 6 T-shirts off for us to hand out.
Oh, good.
So I'll stay around here for another 10 minutes if anybody wants it. There's a John Force, a Winged Express, and Brute Force, and Frantic Ford. If anybody's looking for a T-shirt, but you got to come and pick it up Saturday, September 8th at Bakersfield.
Okay, so how are they winning them though? Not just picking them up.
All they got to do is call in. First 6 people get a T-shirt, and you got to come and pick it up.
And by the way, if you're watching the replay edition of the show, the encore presentation, which comes up, this segment will be at around 8:05 Pacific time. Don't call.
Yeah, don't call me on my cell phone either.
Oh, why not?
No.
Come on, you party pooper. All right, line 1's already going.
Good.
Gents, we are so out of time. Donnie,
Thanks
good to
very
see
much.
you tonight.
Good. Thanks for having me.
You as well, Dar.
Had a great time. Thanks, Bruce.
Hot Rod Bob Beck is cruising around there in the background. Man,
Hey,
here, let's get a 2-shot. There we go.
There
There's
we
Bob
go.
over there. And, hey, Les, good to see you in the studio tonight.
Thank you.
Powerful video, man. Powerful stuff.
Thank you.
I cannot believe we're already out of time. Bob, can we do the Great American Auto Scene next week?
Of course.
He's
It's always happening.
He's calling in at 6:45.
Yeah, I got
Yes.
gas all the time, so it's not a problem.
And thanks to my friends at Food Source for letting me have the time off to be up here.
And thanks, speaking of food, to Donnie Couch for bringing in some.
Porto's Bakery,
Oh, man. Give me the start
Got
of
to
the
take care of the customers.
That's right. All right, gents. Hey, good to see you tonight, and we'll get right in. By the way, if you're dialing in right now, we'll try to get to the phones. There may be a system that answers before we do, so by all means, give that about a minute wait, and we'll get on the phone, okay? Hey, as for now, the encore presentation is going to pick it up where we leave off right here at Speed Scene Live. We will talk to you and see you next week right here at Speed Scene Live.
Speed Scene Live TV, the #1 online motorsports TV show. Brought to you by Curry Racing Rear Ends, M&H Tires, and TheFoe.com.